Hi, I'm Leslie Wren, and I'm here to provide an introduction to ethics before Veronica and Lee delve into it a little bit more specifically. So ethics in general is the study of what is the right or the good thing to do in a given situation. And for the most part, when we're talking about ethics, generally what we're talking about is normative ethics. And that is what makes for right or good actions in general. And different schools of thought go about this different ways. Some folks prioritize the pursuit of an absolute good in deciding what is the right or good thing to do. And this is also called deontology or Kantianism. Some folks think that figuring out what would make for the most good for all involved would help inform a good or a right decision. This is also called utilitarianism. Some folks think that whatever creates the most pleasure for everyone involved is what makes for a right or good decision. This is called hedonism. And there's other schools of thought that folks have to inform our thinking about what makes for right or good decisions. For each of us personally, these decisions are informed by a number of things. First and foremost, everyone's conscience, everyone's own specific conscience. Also, your education, your upbringing, and then any personal beliefs you may have. Specifically, though, for those of us who practice a profession, the answer to what is the right or the good thing to do can get a little bit thorny because of the specific real-world situations we find ourselves in. And here we get into the branch of ethics called applied ethics. And this grapples with what is the right or the wrong thing to do, the right or the good thing to do, in real-world situations. And so there are many branches of applied ethics that deal with those specific situations, specifically with respect to a profession or some sort of interaction with other people that is defined within a certain context. Specifically, though, for landscape architects, we're primarily concerned with professional ethics and environmental ethics when it comes to applied ethics. And these two branches of applied ethics lean most heavily on utilitarianism, or whatever makes for the most good or does the least harm for all involved is what would inform a right or a good decision. Now, with respect to ASLA, our professional society, ASLA has codes for both professional ethics and environmental ethics. We have had a code of professional ethics named in some form or fashion for just over 100 years. And this actually predated licensure by about 50 years. So that impulse for ethical guidance is present among society members even before a desire to be regulated was. We've also had a code of environmental ethics for just over 25 years, and my apologies, my little video is covering the time we've had the code of environmental ethics is from the year 2000 to the present day. And so specifically in the practice context, what's the right or good thing to do? This is really getting at what is the right or the good thing to do when parties in a business relationship may have unequal levels of expertise or experience. And professional ethics helps prevent, if you are the person with more expertise or experience or less, to ensure that you are engaging in that business relationship with full agency and choice and without duress or ignorance. And so these are informed by some different things than our personal ethics. Our professional ethics are informed by our professional education. They're also informed by our licensing jurisdiction, and Veronica will talk a little bit more about that in a second. And then lastly, they are informed by our professional society, and Lee will talk about that at the end. Spoiler alert though, our codes of ethics, whether it's professional or environmental, or a new one that may pop up, will continue to evolve in ASLA as applied ethics continues to evolve. So there are new branches of applied ethics that are in full swing now, such as feminist ethics or design ethics or ethics of care, that have not yet made a full impression on our codes of ethics, but they certainly will, and you can expect further revisions in the future as ethics continues to change. So now I want to ask everybody in the room, In all your years of practice, how many times have you acted to provide your client or stakeholder with agency and choice in your relations with them? So show of hands, 0, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, or over 30 times. So this is something that we do very regularly. It's such a part of design practice that probably a lot of us do it without thinking. Now I want to ask a different question, and this has to do with you in your experience and practice. So in your years of practice, how many times have you experienced duress, or have you been withheld information by a superior or a colleague that would have been important for your business relationship with them? Show of hands, 0, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, over 30. So I bring this up because professional ethics is not just about the practitioner or the professional client relationship. It also is between professionals. So professional ethics also governs what you may experience in your business relationships between other professionals in your firm or between firms. And with that, I conclude my portion and I turn it over to Veronica. Thank you.